Alright, July 12, 2026, 10 p.m. in Indonesia, at my house. Wrong number. Really, I almost delayed the first text without reading it twice. So proud of, so proud of you for the exam, sweetheart. I knew you could do it. Call your grandmother when you get a chance, okay? Love you. It was the second week of the semester, and Riley didn't have any exam result yet, let alone a grandmother who text like that. Confused, she typed back a quick reply. Sorry, I think you have the wrong number. Three dots appear, then disappeared, then appeared again. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I must have saved the wrong contact. Please forgive an old woman and her phone mistakes. Riley smiled despite herself and set the phone down, expecting that to be the end of it. But 2 days later, another message arrived, clearly meant for the same missing grandchild, someone named Jamie. Jamie, I made too much soup again. As usual, wish you were close enough to come get some. Riley hesitated before replying this time, unsure whether to correct a stranger again or simply let it go unanswered. Curious, and maybe a little lonely herself in a dorm room 800 miles from her own family, she typed back. Still, the wrong number. But that soup sounds amazing. Hope Jamie calls you back soon. You are kind to say no. I'm Eleanor, by the way. I'm Eleanor, by the way. And you are? Riley. Well, Riley, I apologize for bothering you. I'll try to get the number right next time. She didn't not really, not fully, over the following weeks. Eleanor's message kept arriving, addressed to Jamie about half time, addressed simply to Dear. The rest of the time, I thought she'd stopped worrying about which name belonged where. Riley found herself replying more often than she probably should have, telling herself it was harmless, a small kindness, cost, costing nothing. Though eventually she realized she looked forward to Eleanor's text more than she wanted to admit. How was your exam day, Carl? How was your exam, dear? Eleanor asked one evening, and this time Riley didn't correct her. Actually, pretty good. Nervous the whole time though. That's how you know it learned. That's how you know it mattered. Nothing worth doing feels easy the first time. Riley read the message 3 times before setting her phone down, feeling something unexpectedly steady settle in her chest. A small genuine comfort she hadn't realized she'd been missing since leaving home. Weeks passed. Eleanor asked about Riley class, her roommate, whether she was eating enough, whether the dorm heating worked properly in the cold months. Question that sounded exactly like the ones Riley's own grandmother used to ask before she passed away 2 years earlier. Riley never mentioned that particular detail. Worried, it might sound strange that a lonely college student quietly adopt a stranger's misdirected text as a something close to family. One night, struggling through a difficult chemistry assignment and missing home more than usual, Riley finally asked the question she'd been avoiding for 2 weeks. Can I ask something? Does Jamie ever call you back? The reply took longer than usual to arrive. Not as often as I'd like. He's busy. I imagine building his own life, the way grandchildren should. I don't mind. Mostly, I just like keeping the habit of texting someone, even when it's the wrong someone. Riley stared at the screen for a long moment, feeling an unexpected wave of gratitude mixed with something close to a sadness for a woman she'll never actually see. I don't mind being the wrong someone, she typed back. Actually, I think I needed this more than you know. Then maybe it wasn't really wrong number after all, Eleanor replied. Just an unexpected one. They kept texting through the rest of the semester, never meeting, never exchanging real addresses or last name, just small update threaded across the distance. Exam result, soup receipt, complaints about cold dormitories and creaky knees. Riley told her roommate about it eventually, half expecting to be told it was encouraged. Seems strange, but her roommate just shrugged and said it sounded like exactly the kind of thing everyone secretly wished would happen to them. During final weeks, when Riley was too exhausted to think straight, a message arrived that she would remember long after the semester end. Whatever grade, whatever grade you get, dear, I want you to know that I'm proud of you. I don't have to be your real grandmother to mean that. Riley sat on her do- Riley sat on her dorm room floor and cried a little. The good kind of crying, the kind that comes from being unexpectedly seen by someone with absolutely no obligation to see you at all. She never did learn where Jamie ever called Eleanor back. She liked to imagine that he eventually did. That Eleanor's soup didn't go to waste forever. That somewhere out there, a grandson finally recognized how much those small ordinary checks in had actually meant. But even he never called. Riley knew one thing for certain: an old woman's mistake. One wrong digit in a phone number had somehow given a homesick freshman exactly what she needed during the hardest semester of her life. And every time her phone buzzed with an unfamiliar number after that, some small hopeful part of it still checking in, calling the wrong someone exactly the right amount. Thank you.